بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم. تحياتي أعزائي الطلبة، تحياتي للأستاذ أحمد الحسيني. عنوان التقرير مايكرو بروجرامد كنترول، مقدم إلى قسم الهندسة الكهربائية كجزء من متطلبات الامتحان النهائي. مايكرو بروجرامينج. The control unit is responsible for initiating the sequence of micro operations that comprise instruction. When these control signals are generated by hardware, the control unit is hardwired. When these control signals originate in data stored in a special unit and constitute a program on the small scale, the control unit is microprogrammed. Control memory. The control function specifying a micro-operation is a binary variable whose active state could be either 1 or 0. In the variable's active state, the micro-operation is executed. The string of the control variables which control the sequence of the micro-operation is called control word. The micro-operation specified in a control word is, is called a micro-instruction. Each micro-instruction specifies one or more micro-operation that is performed. The control unit coordinates stores a micro-instruction in its own memory, usually ROM, and performs the necessary steps to execute the sequence of micro-instructions called microprograms. The micro-programmed control unit. In a microprogrammed processor, the control unit consists of control address register, contains the address of the next micro-instruction to be executed. Control data register, contains the micro-instruction to be executed. The sequencer determines the next address from within control memory. Control memory, where micro-instructions are stored. This figure shows the microprogrammed control organization. Sequencer: the sequencer generated a new address by incrementing the CIR, loading the CIR with an address from control memory, transferring an external address, or loading an initial address to start the control operation. Address sequencing: micro-instructions are usually stored in a group, where each group specifies a routine, we, where each routine specifies how to carry out an instruction. Each routine must be applied to branch to the next routine in the sequence. An initial address is loaded into the CR when power is turned on. This is usually the address of the first microinstruction and the instruction fetch routine. Next, the control units must determine the effective address of the instruction. Mapping: the next step to generate the micro operation that executed the instruction. This involves taking the instruction's opcode and transforming it into an address for the instruction microprogram in control memory. This process called mapping. While micro-instruction sequences are usually determined by the incrementing in the C in determined by the incrementing the CR, this is not always the case. If the processor's control units can support subroutine in microprogram, it will need an external register for storing return addresses. Addressing sequencing continued. When instruction execution is finished, control must be returned to the fetch routine. This is done using an unconditional branch. Addressing sequencing capabilities of control memory include incrementing the CIR, unconditional and conditional branching, depending on state bits, mapping instruction bits into control memory address, handling subroutine calls and returns. Conditional branching. State bits provide parameters information such as the carryout from the other sign of a number, mode bits of an instruction. Control the conditional branch decision made by the branch logic together with the field in the microinstruction that specifies a branch address. A branch logic. Branch logic may be implemented in one of several ways. The simplest way is to test the specified condition on the branch if the condition is true, else increment the address register. The implemented using multiplexer. If the states bit is one of 8 state bits, is indexed by a 3 bits select number. If the select state bit is 1, the output is 0, else it is 0. A 1 generated the control signal for the branch. A 0 generated the signal to increment the CR. Unconditional branching occurs by fixing the states bit as always being 1. Mapping of instruction. A branching to the first word of a microprogram is a special type of the branch. The branch is indexed by the opcode of the instruction. The mapping scheme shown in the figure allows for for four micro instruction as well overflow space for 10000 to 111111. This figure show mapping for instruction code to micro operation address.